Okay, now we're moving to searching, browsing, and basic views. I'm going to show you relativity and investigate. We're going to search through a few documents. We can search in multiple ways. We can do keyword searching using the relativity analytics. We can expand our search to find keywords in similar documents. For example, let's say we're defending Enron in a financial fraud case, and we just received what we expect to be the first of many collections, a little over 74,000 records. From an investigative standpoint, one of the first things I want to do is find the documents that are going to help me build the facts of the case and learn what really happened. Now, I've got some keywords that my team has agreed upon and are important to start out with. Searching in a case like this, it helps to have keywords, insider terms that they may have used to see if they actually did commit fraud. Rather than just run a keyword search for a single term or spend a bunch of time trying to construct some elaborate keyword search from scratch, I can take the important keywords I already know about and use relativity to build upon it. One of the keywords that we think is important in this case is arrangement. So I'm going to cast a wide net and look for variations of the word arrangement. You can see I got a few misspellings, some typos, but basically here's the word arrangement. I'll also show you that I can copy these into my search box. Now, to expand my investigation, I'll use relativity analytics to find the terms that were used and conceptually similar to the word arrangement within this database. When we expand the word arrangement, you see a list of words that contractually correlated to arrangement. Considering this is a financial case, I understand how co-investment and vehicles are closely related items, but some of them don't make immediate sense to me. If I'm not sure that the LJM, I can click on and see the word contraction. Once I click on LJM, the terms related to it almost define it for us. For those of you unfamiliar with the Enron case, LJM was incorporated as a investment company with Andrew Fasco, the CFO of Enron, along with LJM2 on the Cayman Islands, a known tax haven under the guise of being in partnership with Enron. But they are actually vehicles to write off billions of dollars in losses to make Enron look more profitable than it was. Alright, now that I've expanded the scope of my investigation, I can run a search for all the terms I have uncovered. I've narrowed my universe of documents down from 74,000 records to a little over 1,700 that I can dig into. At a high level, I may want to look for any trends in the data that might exist. Looking at this graph, I can see that there is a spike in activity in June of 2000, and the activity continues across the data set. This graph is interactive, so I'll focus on June of 2000, which could be the beginning of some activity. When I click on June 2000 bar in this graph, I automatically build a query which shows up in the bottom of the screen. And if I go, actually filter down on these records. Now I narrowed the list of documents to 53, containing our keyword terms, and in the month of June of 2000. We can scan through subject lines to see if anything sticks out. Scanning through the subject lines, I see stuff like meeting notes, arrangements, caps stand out in terms of the place, but Blue Dog is something I'm not familiar with. Let's take a closer look at and see if we can find anything that is relevant to the particular document. The first thing I notice is some internal communication between Enron employees about the subject of Blue Dog. That's important to note that the email coincides with the sudden spike in data. So I'm not surprised at the first LJM document, but this document doesn't tell us what the Blue Dog contract is. To investigate further, I'm going to highlight the portion of the text, right-click as you see here, ask Relativity Analytics to find out the other documents are conceptually similar to the segment of text. In the related items, you can see the results. You can see more Blue Dog documents. As these documents discussing Blue Dog change order, this is interesting to me because when these were a change order, this is a substantial change or modification to an existing contract. Since I'm trying to understand these contractual relationships and how they tie into Enron, I'm going ahead and dig into this email. Based on the email header, I see this is an internal Enron correspondence. I can use my blue arrow keys to jump to the first hit. By quickly scanning this email, we see that Enron North America is scheduled to buy turbines from LJM this week. LJM would like Enron to sign the change order on Friday. Looking further down the page, LJM needs to sign approvals for the modifications of over $500,000. Finally, it looks like there is a request from Cheryl Costa to check her copy of the Blue Dog contract and verify that the Enron North America can sign for the LJM2. If we continue to look around, in addition to this, I can right-click inside the document and find similar documents. What intrigues me about the document is the apparent conflict of interest between LJM, LJM2, and Enron. There are substantial financial decisions being made here. As you can see, by using keyword and conceptual searches together, we can very quickly locate the documents that can help us understand the facts of the case. If I would like to refer these documents at last time or make sure members of my team are able to see the work for them, I'm able to save the search. When I navigate back to my saved search browser, I can access the search at any time. And if I right-click, I can email a link of the search directly to my team. Once my team receives the email, they can continue working on this investigation. In the meantime, I can configure another search profile so my team can view data in other ways inside Relativity. Does anybody have any questions about searching within the Relativity time frame? Anybody? No? Okay, we'll move on to the next session then. Thank you.